Behind every CXO title, there is a story, a struggle, a spark. Manobala isn't about designations, it's about the human behind the success. Manobala, connecting great minds. CXO Journey and HR Month, a podcast series presented by Manobala and sponsored by Swalig, India's only leading hybrid distribution platform.
So, sir, now lots of people talking about the AI. I just wanted to know, in your personal experience, how do you see AI transforming HR in the next decade, as per you?
See, AI is actually complementing HR role.
Hmm.
Then there is a perception that AI is going to replace the
Yeah.
HR role, etc. In my opinion, if you use AI for your, as your friend, as your, competent assistant, it is going to make your life more easier. And HR, evolving more from a decision making purpose, the data driven predictive areas. So whatever is unseen or unheard or humanly we are not able to visualize, AI is supporting you. So you look at it more for efficiency improvement, more for predictive inputs, and also augment that for your empathy.
Right.
Don't replace AI on empathy. I think it is going to make you more human. That is in
Right.
my mind.
Right. So I can say AI is the astrologer of the people. It will be
It
give
is
the guidance.
not. It is
Guidance.
not.
Okay.
It is not. See, again, how do you believe? Somebody believe astrology for everything.
Right.
Somebody believe astrology when they are in trouble,
Right.
right? And somebody don't believe astrology,
At all.
but no, they,
Uh,
they believe
everybody.
when साढ़े सात ही आना तो सभी लोग जाते हैं astrology के लिए.
Right.
So you cannot be looking at AI, with a segmentized views,
Hmm.
right? More than astrology, I can say that hey, you use AI as your partner.
Got it. Got it. How do you approach digital transformation in the HR functions?
Yeah, we just talked about the AI. I
Right.
think see, the HR digitalization or digital transformation is again evolved over a period of time.
Right.
So we started digitalizing all our data sometime, from a physical form to a soft copy. Those were days it is digitalizing. Now we are talking about digital transformation. That means how those data what we have stored is started talking to you and then taking decision based on that. That is the evolution of HRIS to HCM, the human capital management. There are human capital management tools available which can integrate with your top line and bottom line of the organization. The financial ERP can be there, etc. So it's all about how you are transforming your talent acquisition through maybe an application tracker ATS system, how you are creating performance management through an appropriate tool which can set the goals as well as how the KPIs are measured. Like I talked about how the employee experience that we are using in AI, digital bot, utilizing. So HR transformation is all about how you are transforming the way you wanted certain things to happen using technology. That is my digital transformation. So we should not be giving too much to that
Importance.
because too much of digitalization is happening or digital transformation is
True.
happening. But what works for you is very key,
True.
right? So what works for your organization, what is your priority? Because some tool is available and they wanted to do a pilot with you, is that going to help the system is very important for
Right.
us.
Every day, sir, I can see that technology is changing, market is changing. How do you keep yourself and a team updated with the latest HR trends and practices?
See, the one way is to, it is over information today. The technology and the social media is giving you more and more information, more than what you wanted. So
Right.
what I have a very unique way of looking at all the HR leaders. Monthly meet. One HR leader will come and present something on the topic what is happening.
Okay.
So it may be a very simple feedback to feed forward. How they look at those areas. I get a lot of time, subscription on lot of get abstract subscribed, abstracts of the book reading will come. Share it with them, and also reverse mentoring is helping us. You ask some young kid in my HR, hey, what's really happening? They will tell you probably what is really happening in the HR world as of yesterday. You will get it from these people because they are connected to the social media so in depth, and they also listen to a lot of webinars.
Right.
So I think reverse mentoring is another way to upgrade yourself. But in my opinion, uh, at least learn what is required for your job, and then how to get your career advancement in your organization is important than what is happening in the world.
Right.
What is happening in the world? How is it going to help you?
True.
Whatever can happen in HR, but are your organization willing to invest on
Adopt
that
it.
and then
Correct,
adopt
correct.
is very important.
Agree.
And how am I going to learn that and then create an impact to myself as well as to the organization?
Right.
I think that is so. I think better to go with the need to know principle. You may be aware about a lot of things, but what can
What is
impact
needed.
is important.
Right. Right. So attrition is a big challenge. Any organization, any this one. How do you approach talent retention? Basically.
See, talent retention, at least attrition is something which I also face to large extent. In Omega, one unique experience I wanted to share. We have almost zero attrition at manager and above.
Wow.
Okay, so it's
Really?
a one-way traffic. Yeah, I have never heard in my team, and I have not lost a single person in 18 years.
18 years.
Yeah, all of them have grown because company is growing,
True.
right? Few here and there may be some maternity, they will not come back, or they
Right.
relocated, and those kind of things, or now started their own career in a different role, not to the competition.
Right.
So the attrition is basically happens in the entry field, the mass, the frontline associates,
Right.
which used to be 2 to 2.5%, 3% per month. That itself is about 800, 900 people I have to replace every month, right? And to the growth. So my recruitment is about 1,000, 1,500 per month
Oh.
to grow the organization, plus replace this attrition. 3 months, 2-3% of 30,000 employees is 900 employees. I would
What
lose.
is the average annually attrition you are managing?
30%, 32%.
30%.
Okay,
I
30.
think that is the common industry norms.
Correct.
Yeah.
So for the 30% of 30,000 employees is 9,000 employees. You have to replace 9,000 divided by 12 in a month. You have to hire 1,000 people per month.
1,000 people. Yeah. True.
Plus you have to grow the company. Okay, so attrition is going to be there. We need to take. But what we have to do is to ensure that, as I told you, don't hire them for a job. Create a career for them. Show them the long path. Create opportunity to learn and grow in the system. If you are able to create that learning environment, listening environment, maybe your opportunity to stay in your company will be more than otherwise, you are not having all these things. Post that, you also complement that with appropriate reward and recognition systems. Reward is not always money.
Yeah.
You
true.
can pay how much ever money you want, but if your environment is not taking care of them, they will all go. So how you eliminate a toxic environment, how you create a listening organization, and create opportunity for learn and grow, I think the talent will be with you.
True, sir. Sir, in moment of crisis, of course, everybody having the crisis in the personal and professional life. Okay. What keeps you grounded and decisive?
See, one is the purpose why so the crisis definitely will hit us, multiple types of crisis. So if it's in an organizational level, then you have the framework of what is the purpose of the organization. Are we well within that this thing, and be transparent, right? Uh, Fear of failure is something which lot of time I have seen people don't express or escalate something which has gone out of your focus. So during the crisis, it is always important that you keep your stakeholders informed, seek help, because you are not alone. You are not running an organization with yourself.
True.
You have a battalion of leaders around you who owns a lot of things. So collaborate at that point in time. That is very, very important. And crisis is something which also help you to resilient, help you to the crisis is because you don't know the unknown, hence you feel it is a crisis,
Right.
right? And then face it, then run away from it. So when you face the crisis, I think you have a lot more possibilities. That's what I have experienced.
Right, sir. What are the top three challenges HR leaders will face in the next 5 years, which you can sense it in the market?
See, we are already talking about a new generation called Alpha, those who are born from 2012.
Right.
They will be coming to the market from 2030,
Hmm.
right? So I am a generation X, we can call it. We are all, in the retiring age. You have a
Right.
generation Y, you have millennials. Now we are talking about Alpha. So these 4 or 5 generations are going to be in the work category. Managing everybody's expectations and aligning a culture of an organization is going to be one challenge. HR guys
Right.
have to learn that,
Right.
because these people's aspirations may not be the same as their bosses or their super bosses. Running an organization in that angle for an HR person is very, very important. Second, with the AI coming into play a major role, a lot of transactional jobs are going to be eliminated, and then it is all going to be niche talent.
True.
So where are these niche talent or skill available? How do we develop those niche skills is very, very important for HR persons to see and then visualize and then create it. And the third one is always, what I have seen from my inception of HR career is to look at how do you ensure that you have a successor for the new role.
Right.
The leadership roles are also going to be in a matrix structure in future, and in that matrix structure, in a dynamic environment, you, unless otherwise you have the capable second in command, it is always going to be you drop the ball. Your projects will stop because the person is moved out, and then what is the next project? How do you do it? Because the gig workers are going to be coming as per the new wage code I have seen. So managing a gig worker will come, complete it and go. So how the project continuation of those work happens? I think the HR leaders should be focusing in the next 5 years to get ready on how they are going to be facing the multi-generations going to work in their organizations. How are they going to create that talent for the niche skills and ability to look at a successor for those current roles within the organization, and then keep them. The successor should not leave the company before the predecessor is going. So how do you create that environment? I think these 3 areas may be a larger focus for HR leaders in future.
Right. Sir, how do you see the healthcare BPO sector evolving, and how should HR prepare for it for upcoming years?
See, healthcare sector is becoming more and more compliant and more and more complex with the kind of the new drug coming into picture, the new insurance norms coming into the picture, the super specialities coming into picture, and managing healthcare. Though I am managing the sector which I represent is US healthcare services side, But this discussion is more about the listeners are going to be in India. The healthcare the complexities needs to be looked at it from a 3 or 4 areas. One, healthcare providers within the healthcare is your doctors and in a hospital, how their motivators are. They are the people who required more counseling today than the patients in the hospitals. They are all running their P&L kind of a way we are listening or hearing, and it's very important that HR address that. Secondly, the paramedics. Then you have the patient, and then patient's assistants. In a larger healthcare system, it is easy for you to manage a patient. Patient will be inside the ICU.
Right.
But patient's relatives are outside. They are in the anxiety mode. How are you going to manage in a system is very, very important. Unless otherwise, you have a counseling center to take care of the patient's assistants. It is going to be challenges.
Right.
Then in the healthcare, you have the medical shops, medicines, products. How the product supply chain is happening. Maybe this is available in Delhi, but it is not available in a rural India. What kind of how are we creating that healthcare coming to every doorstep? So from an HR point of view, creating the healthcare ecosystem, looking at it from a product point of view, looking at it from a services point of view, looking at it from the who is providing the services point of view and who is paying this money point of view is very, very important. If you look at with one single lens on a healthcare, I think we will miss the best.
Right, sir. So almost we are closer to this podcast. One book, one habit, and one belief that changed your life, if you can say.
One book, the first book, when I was in factories, the corporate learning and development head who came and gave me and then told me, you must read this and then come and present it as part of my panel interview for a promotion, was The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Wow.
I think that book even till today, it's relevant for anybody who is budding leaders who wants to look at that. I strongly recommend that. And the one habit I think, as part of my coaching journey, as part of my, managerial journey during my training center, somebody told, if you can reflect on what happened today, you should be better than you tomorrow. Don't compare anybody, right? So if I reflect on what I did yesterday and if I reflect on what went wrong or went right today, if there is a course correction still needs to be done, that you only can do. Nobody can come and give you.
Right.
And that reflection as a habit has really helped me that, take about 2 minutes every day. Hey, how did the day went? Good, bad, ugly, accept it.
Right.
What is the third question you asked me?
One belief.
One belief, yeah. See, one belief, if I can recollect, nobody is going to remember what you did, but how
You did.
how you made somebody's day is very, very important, right? So people remember how you made and not what really who made. So it's all important that I believe are we able to create that moment of truth is very critical.
Right. Two last questions, sir. If we are not in HR, if you are not in HR, what profession would I have chosen and why?
I don't know. I accidentally came to HR and then I am doing it. Okay, maybe if I would have continued in general administration,
Okay.
which is the profession what I got,
Right.
probably today I would have been a facility head of some other organization.
Right.
And the I have thought through often time when people ask me why you didn't become engineer, why you didn't become doctor. These are all few questions from good old days people used to ask.
Correct.
Then I realized that I'm not cut out for that, because this is something which I realized. Probably I would have ended up in the uh, support function kind of area only, is what I believe.
Right. Sir, what advice would you give to the upcoming HR professionals
Uh-huh.
and young CHRO aspirations?
See, the business today is becoming more and more complex. While we are all competent of doing what is HR, my suggestion to, or one tip to the HR professionals is, whichever company they are belongs to, they should know where the revenue coming to that organization, how the revenue is coming, and how the revenue is spent, how the profit is derived. If they are able to create that business acumen as one skill, irrespective of you are in recruitment, compensation, talent acquisition, L&D, training, irrespective of whichever area,
Right.
understand your business. And if they can be a salesperson of that particular company's product or services, they will be a great HR leaders. That is very, very critical.
Right. Any closing line for this podcast?
So my closing remark, see, HR, we should look at, more than the profession for a gainful employment. Look at it as a responsibility. That is very, very critical, because at the end of the day, you are entrusted with the aspirations, you are interested with the ambition, you are interested with a lot of anxiety by the employees. Unless you take responsibility for that, you will be looking at this career as only an alternative profession. You look at it as a responsibility, you will have the satisfaction of the resolutions that you would have given to the people, and the happiness derived out of that is something immense. It cannot be translated with money. And my closing remarks, whoever is listening to this podcast, even one budding HR guy, take away one point from whatever is my experience, I think that made my podcast better.
It's a very fantastic podcast, this one, sir. And I am really honored to have you in my show. And thank you so much for accepting, and to be a very busy schedule, you came here and we have done this podcast. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure, and I should appreciate you taking time to invite me, and I really enjoyed the discussions today. Thank you so much.
So thank you so much, guys, for watching this. This podcast might be helpful for the HR aspirant and the student. Keep watching. Next time you will meet some different industry leaders, different top CXOs or HR head. Keep watching. Stay blessed. Please do dharma and karma. That is the real success. Thank you and keep watching.